dolly is probably one of the most versatile components in a combination, because it allows you to convert a semi-trailer into effectively a drawbar trailer. So very, very important part. And yeah, one of the items that probably has the highest range of weight difference. So it can run from completely empty, no trailer on the back of it, to a fully loaded axle group. Probably well overdue for a change in the dolly market. You know, the traditional dolly has been around for a long, long time, and this really probably is the first seismic shift in dolly design for a long time.
One of the typical issues faced from a tyre performance perspective for combinations using a conventional tandem axle dolly is the increased chance of irregular or rapid wear, which can become a safety issue, particularly with vehicles as heavy and large as these.
Some operators have experienced dynamic issues with hinged drawbar converted dollies, resulting in them trending to mechanical suspensions, and the ITC wanted to demonstrate a fixed drawbar converted dolly would eliminate or reduce these issues while still having an air suspension.
Well, originally contacted by Bob Woodward from the ATA, and he's always been a supporter of the rigid drawbar dollies, as have I and some others in MaxiTRANS. So he wanted to put together the project with the ATA and some other suppliers and put it together. And then we agreed to build it, supply the material and design, and build it with the support of the suppliers that he rounded up.
It was to improve the performance of dollies. There's been a lot of issues in the past where, particularly under braking when they're lightly laden, where weight transfer occurs, axles come off the ground. There's been some issues I know where the axles have come off the ground to the point where the back of the dolly has hit the underside of the trailer above it. So damage, controllability, wear and tear, all bad things.
Look, Bridgestone jumped at the opportunity to be involved in this project, and as a result, we supplied some of our flagship R168 trailer tyres for fitment to the dolly. Feedback from operators for the project as a whole has been overwhelmingly positive.
And we used our lightweight wheel on the market now, which is our 18.6 kilo wheel. We were interested to see how it would go in the configuration that he had it. So it was beneficial for us in that regards. So saving nearly 50 kilos was one of the benefits of it. The other benefit is using aluminium. Aluminium against steel will save you 20 kilo per wheel, so saves you extra.
JOST provided a JSK 37CW fifth wheel to the converted dolly project. That fifth wheel uses it's a low maintenance fifth wheel, so it has low friction plates as part of integral to the design. That's something which means that the fifth wheel can be used with a fleet that is running a greasy system or a greaseless system that has that compatibility, and that makes it very flexible, which for the converted dolly project was important, because if during the trial phase, if the dolly is being used by different operators, some of those operators will be running a fleet with greasy fifth wheels, and some will be operating a fleet that uses greaseless fifth wheels.
We supplied 2 in-track suspensions fitted with our TyreMax Pro tyre inflation systems. We also worked with other partners in the project like Bridgestone, who recommended the tyre pressure, and MaxiTRANS to supply a suspension with a lower roll steer.
Well, the benefits are the handling, that it doesn't roll forward when it brakes and lock up the back axle sometimes. So that benefit is there all the time. So I think that'll happen. Currently, we're restricted to a 2-axle dolly on a double road train or an A double because of the coupling rating. We're working through that with the coupling people, because the way the coupling rating works doesn't really cater for this style of vehicle, so it's a little out of date. So Bob Woodward is getting a group together to tackle that and get the rating sorted out so that we can run higher masses in triaxles and in triple road trains. So it'll keep growing. I think the acceptance of it has been very good, so it'll continue to grow.
This project provides advantages in vehicle handling, braking performance, and dynamic load distribution, which means more consistent and even tyre wear, meaning operators get more out of their tyres.
The reaction was generally positive. A lot of curious questions from some of the older people that have operated road trains for years. Some of them were a little bit of a skeptic, I suppose. But yeah, generally positive. And people wanted to have a look at it and try it and talk about it. And it's been on trial ever since then. So generally positive, and we've built a number of these dollies since then as well. Yeah, we've probably built 50 or 60.
The majority of the feedback has been extremely good. Tyre wear, controllability, the way they tow, people seem to love it. The only negative feedback that I've ever heard, I think, is from people who have never actually used it, and they've said it just doesn't look right. But that's not real scientific. Better to get out there and try it, I think, than just look at it and go, yeah, nah.
I think allowing operators to actually test and trial an actual converted dolly gives them first-hand experience, and you just can't beat what an operator is going to see for themselves in their operating conditions.
It's been all positive. The most common comment was the handling of it, that it doesn't rock forward and backwards when you brake and accelerate, so the actual dolly frame doesn't go clunk forward and clunk back as you brake and accelerate. So that's been the most common comment from people. People have also commented at high-speed stability, it's better, so it doesn't tend to get the wag up that some road trains do. It behaves itself much better.
There are many benefits of the suspension we supplied. It's a robust 11.3 tonne suspension, which saves up to 400 kilograms per tandem over a mechanical suspension. It had a 5-year, 1.2 million kilometre warranty wheel end on it, our HXL7. And the Intrax is an integrated system with no U-bolts, nothing to tighten, and comes with an outboard mounted drum, allowing us to change all the brake components without removing the hub. Someone
who's using a JOST fifth wheel with a sensor-based system will know exactly when the fifth wheel is coupled up. And if something's not right, then there's a red light that goes off, which is impossible to ignore. And that makes it very clear for drivers to understand when something needs their attention.
No, our hope is that people will run with this dolly configuration. Just taking out the pivot point with no drawbar on it, or no hinged drawbar, makes a huge difference in the way that the brake system can control everything. So I think, yeah, we will see a shift to that sort of dolly in the market. Word will get round, drivers talk. So once people say or hear that this thing tows so well and the brake wear and maintenance issues are so much better, I think we'll start to see a real move.
And Alcoa, being as they are as a company, puts a lot of effort into research and development with their own product. So pushing that into new projects through the TMC or through any other trailer builder or truck builder, it helps our product as well.
So it's been a great project, and I personally support the concept of rigid drawbar dolly. So I think it's very good. It's got lots of attributes.